Now, DR Congo picked up their first ever World Cup point and their first ever World Cup goal, as it happens, with a 1-1 draw against Portugal last night. After the game, talkSPORT's Andy Brassel spoke to their goal scorer, Yoane Wissa.
Tell us about your goal. It must have been an emotional moment.
Yeah, of course. I didn't realize at the moment what happened, but so yeah, I'm very happy with the header, and this draw it means a lot for us.
And I guess that first season at Newcastle, you've been waiting for this move for so long. It happened, then you get the injury on international duty, so it's a little bit frustrating. So, but having missed a lot of the season, do you feel like quite fresh still?
Now, I'm quite. It's been difficult for me at Newcastle because when you want to do something great, and after you get injured, you want to catch the train, but I never catch the train.
You never catch the train. Look, he's had a difficult time at Newcastle. Is an absolute understatement, isn't it? Do you think that a successful World Cup, I mean, scoring at a World Cup for one of the lesser lights is a success in itself. Could that kickstart his Newcastle career?
I hope so. And I think Newcastle fans, Eddie Howe, will hope so, because he was desperate to leave Brentford, wasn't he? He was forcing to move through, and against the injury, and then when he played, it ended up being Asula, wasn't it, and Voltamada that was getting game time in front of him. But hopefully, the way he played last night, he looked sharp, quick, aggressive, took his goal well. Hopefully Newcastle have him back next season, flying.
Just wonder whether Newcastle might be, heading to the shops to buy a replacement for him already.
They could do, yeah. But when you perform at a World Cup like this, I mean, Carl can say it himself, the shop window as well opens up and make Newcastle look at him and say, okay, you know what, maybe last season injuries, needed a good summer in this tournament, and he comes back a better player.
It's a dangerous shop window, though, isn't it? Because time and again we've seen players be bought on the back of World Cups and then not be able to cut it in the Premier League.
Yeah, it is, I think, but you go there as a player and you think, if, I have a good World Cup here, I can obviously get a move to a bigger club than what I'm at. I think for him, he needs to obviously just continue what he's doing. Injuries happen in football, and he wouldn't have wanted that, but the most important thing now is have a good World Cup, come back to Newcastle ready to go, and hopefully he can right the wrongs right.
Yeah. Been a big couple of days, hasn't it, for the big names at this World Cup. Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Harry Kane, all getting a couple of goals apiece in their opening games. And, of course, Lionel Messi scoring a hat-trick for Argentina against Algeria. And it's just what the World Cup needs, isn't it, Carl? The big names to come to the big stage and perform. It makes the whole competition appeal so much more.
Yeah, of course. And, big players step up at big moments, and the names that you've just mentioned there, that's what they're meant to do. They're meant to step up and carry their team across the line. I've had the pleasure of playing against probably all of them, and at any given moment they can always step up. So
who was the best of them then? Come on, who's your opinion on who was the best of them?
No, Messi by far. I think what he does with a football it's scary. It shouldn't really happen, and I think people seem to write him off all the time, or he's getting a little bit too old. This is probably going to be his last World Cup, but to do what he's done, and if they return the World Cup, what a dream that'll be for him to go out with. I hope he don't, because I hope England win, but for what that man has done in football, it's truly remarkable.
What was that feeling for you, though? Because I've seen you against Vinny Jr. and you just marked him out of the game. What's that feeling like when you're that quick, strong, that Vinny Jr., whoever it is he's up against you, you're going to match them? And even when you played against Mbappe, was that a player that you thought, oh, it's Mbappe, or was you like, bring it?
No, I think you have to back yourself. I think when you're just as quick as them, it's kind of like, well, come on, I want to put myself to the test. I enjoy playing in all the games, even with the likes of Neymar when I played against PSG with him. He's not the quickest, but I think as a skillful and how he manipulates the ball is probably the best I've ever seen. So you come against these players and you want to be a professional footballer to come against the best. So I always relish the opportunity, but probably
start seeing wingers swap over.
Yeah. When they go over the other side, you kind of think you've done your job, and you think, okay, I can take a breather for 5.
Then you swap as well.
Yeah. I mean, Josh has just texted and said, how would Kai feel playing against the current Portugal team with Ronaldo starting? Would you relish that?
I think obviously everyone's talking about it now, that he's getting a little bit too old and he's probably not got the powers that he had from way back when. And I'm probably not going to come here and start criticising or having a comment on Cristiano Ronaldo and playing football, because he's earned the right to do what he wants, I believe. Obviously, he want Portugal to win, and he want Portugal to win a World Cup while he's in the team. So I can definitely assure you, as a footballer, he's definitely trying his best. But sometimes you just have an off game.
Yeah. Just before you arrived in the studio, we're asking who was the quicker, you or Gabby. We'll be finding out the official answer in a couple of minutes' time, right here on World Cup Game Day Live.